Today we are going to be chasing some waterfalls. I'm currently on my way to a historical mill. It's not that far from where I'm staying with my friend, and I'm really excited to see what kind of waterfalls. There aren't a ton of waterfalls in around the Raleigh area that are like significant waterfalls. They are smaller ones. They do, like North Carolina does have some big waterfalls, but I'm not looking to drive like 2-3 hours today. I do want to try to keep it as local as possible. And so I am gonna go and stop by a convenience store or a grocery store or something just to get an energy drink. The first night anywhere that I stay, doesn't matter if it's a friend's, family's, or like a hotel, I don't sleep very well. And even though I was absolutely exhausted, like yesterday, the first day I was here, to me it was yesterday, but for you guys it'll be last week's video. Then last week's video I flew to North Carolina, and I was up at 4 in the morning, and I think we stayed up until I think it was like 10:30, but then I didn't really go to sleep until 1 in the morning because I was having a hard time going to sleep. So it was like 1, 2 in the morning. So I was up for like 22 hours or 21 hours. So I'm pretty tired. I'm hoping that I like kind of pass by a grocery store or a gas station so I can caffeinate myself. I think this mill that we're going to is I don't think it's like a trail. I think it's just something you drive to, park, and then like do what you do. So we'll see what happens. So I know it's super loud, but look at this. My phone just like sticks to the side of the car in this phone case. That's pretty crazy. Good morning. I must say that I absolutely love being outside. I am such an outside human. It's just like ever since I left Portland, I haven't been outside as much. I was out in the wilderness freaking every weekend. Pretty much any time off I had, I was in the woods. Or in the mountains, or on the beach, or something. And every time I vacation, the majority of the times I vacation, I don't really do much in town. Usually the first day, maybe first 2 days, I'll do something in town, but then pretty much I'm just in the woods of wherever I am. And it just like, it just brings me so much peace. I just feel so at home in the woods. I feel more at home in the woods or out in nature more so than I do in any town I've ever been in. Like even where I live, like I absolutely love where I live. It's the first place I've lived that actually feels like home to me. But even then, like once I get out of the town that I'm in and I get into the woods, I just feel so liberated, so free, so peaceful, and so at home, even more so. And yeah, and it's just like everywhere, like no matter what state you go to or what country you go to, just like you can learn so much about the land just based off of its nature. I don't know, I sound like an absolute tree hugger right now, and I kind of am, I guess, but but I just, yeah, it's like there's just, nature's just the best medicine, and she's amazing. I just love it. Like, look how beautiful this all is. I found this spot. Like, it doesn't look like much, but I just took a picture with my phone and I really, really love how it looks. I'm gonna try to get some pictures of it. Because I really, especially since there's kind of like these flowers right here, and then we have all this foliage. I think I'm gonna try to incorporate all that, including with like the water, the dirt, and like all it's super pretty. So I want to try to get something, see if I can get a nice scene from it. It's not super, I'm already almost done with the trail, so I figured I might as well just, and then the mill I think is like right there, so like less than a quarter of a mile away. So I figured why not try to get something. I thought I had a polarizer for this lens, but I don't, which really sucks. It's not overly bright, but it still would be really nice to have a polarizer, so I'm gonna have to get one. I have polarizers for my 2 other lenses, but not for this one. That's a bummer. That's okay. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the foliage so that way, this is kind of what we're looking at right now. It's kind of hard to see, I know, but I'm trying to get like all of this foliage with the water in the background because I think it's like super pretty. I'm not, those little orange flowers are too far down, so I can't really get those and be able to still see the water. So I am just fine-tuning kind of want to be even closer to these flowers, but if I go any more down, you won't be able to see the water very much, and I don't want it to be, I want the water to be as visible as possible. So I think this is as good as it's gonna get, but it is very pretty. I'm just making sure it's you know, level. Maybe I'm gonna have that tree. I'm debating if I want to have that tree in the picture or not. This is kind of what it's looking like without the tree, and then if we move it slightly over like that, we can get like this flower. These flowers kind of like take up the space in that corner, and then like that tree's in there, but I also want some leading lines in there, and I feel like having it more like, sorry, in the center here, you can't, in the center, your eye kind of follows this line here. Your eyes kind of just go, sorry, I keep not showing you that. Your eyes kind of start here and then move to the water, and I just feel like it's a lot cleaner. So if I move it down, this is kind of what it's looking like. And then these flowers kind of, this foliage kind of takes up all this bottom half, which is nice, because really all that's up here is sky. Now this is not the right, it's too bright. So right now I'm just focusing on composition, but I think that's a good setup right there. Let's see. First shot. I think I'm gonna have to take two. I think I'm gonna have to take one of the back foreground, and then of the background, which is the sky, and then layer them together, because the sky is just so much more overexposed than the foreground. So I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing. I think I'm just going to, yeah, take one on like the third way mark, and then so that looks really good. And then I'm gonna zoom in to make sure I'm only focusing on the back there. And I do want to change, oh no, that's not it, right here. I don't want it to be wide. Let's have it be pinpointed. This windmill is gorgeous. Not windmill. Watermill is absolutely stunning. Wow. I freaking lost my GoPro battery. I only have two. And the one that's currently in this GoPro is dying. It's at like 6%. And I had put it in my bag, but I guess I missed the pocket, and I guess it fell out onto the ground, and so now I'm retracing my steps. See if I can find this battery. If not, I'm SOL, and I'd have to drive all the way all the way back to my friend's house to get the charger so this battery can charge while I'm driving to the next location. So there's that. But it should be here somewhere. I would. It must be next to the car, because it's not where my bag was. It's not in my pocket. And I don't, think I didn't pull my phone out. Yeah, I didn't pull my phone out on the way out here back to the car. So I think probably what happened, because it was in the same pocket my phone was. So I think when I took my phone out, since my case is sticky, I think it probably just like snagged onto my phone case. When I pulled it out, I think it like fell off, and I have a feeling it's on the ground around the car, which I should have just looked there first. But I didn't. I assumed it was where my bag was, but we'll see. We'll see. So I found my battery. It had fallen out on the other side of the mill, so I'm super glad that I found that, because I only have 2 batteries for my GoPro, and the one I was using died on me, so I really needed that one battery. And if I hadn't have found it, I would have had to, you know, drive all the way back, but luckily I don't have to do that. So now we're on our way to a different waterfall. I think it might be a mill, or it might be an actual waterfall. I'm not sure. The pictures didn't really make it clear, but it's like 35 minutes out, and I am absolutely starving. So hopefully I will pass something food related that I can stop and get food at, because this girl's hungry. And yeah, the Mucinex Dayquil combo, man, amazing. And not the liquid Dayquil. Oh my god, that stuff almost made me puke. It's so disgusting. Mr. Man drinks the liquid version of it, and it is horrendous. It is absolutely horrendous. It's the worst thing that I've ever put in my mouth, and it just like makes me dry heave, because it's just so disgusting. So I use the little the gel tablets, Dayquil and Mucinex. It's the way to go. But let's get some food and get to this waterfall. I've made it to the next trail, and so far it's literally just all rock. But it's a 1.5 miles out and back. So I'm not really sure 100% where I'm going. Over here apparently. Oh, right there. There we go, found it. But yeah, I'm gonna have to be a little conscious about how much I'm using my GoPro, because this is my last battery. Last charge. I only have 2 batteries. I need to get more batteries in general. Oh my gosh, there's so many little frogs. There's a ton of like teeny tiny little frogs. They're just like hopping around everywhere. That's fun. But I'm not really sure what to expect. I think it's just a dam, and then there's like a water, like the dam creates a waterfall, I think, is from what I've read. There's not really a lot of reviews on this trail, but we're gonna give it a shot.